Oh yeah. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, the one and only A Switch, aka what is a face but these hands persevering. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That shouldn't be taking me out, but it is. I'm sorry. AKA, what is a cleft chin, but this tongue trying to lick. AKA 300-time social distancing champion. AKA the taco meat tyrant. AKA the nigga lip master. Bringing you yet another episode of Switches Sights, the gaming podcast where we talk about that, just that, and some other stuff on the side occasionally. Today's date is March 4th, 2021. Episode 94. We getting up there. We so close. We so close. I'm about to touch it. I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch it. Why is that so funny to me? Yeah. So, this well, it feels like if I had a nickel for every week, I tell you the week is getting crazier in terms of just the real world stuff, pandemic stuff still happening. But you know what? People never cease to amaze since apparently the governor of Texas decided it was a good idea to release the mask mandate. So now, man, anti-maskers just about to go crazy. And then a couple other states as well, I think, are following suit, unfortunately. It is horrible. That I feel like I've referenced this before, but the freaking the vicious cycle of COVID cases, COVID cases go down. Let's open everything back up. COVID cases go up. All right, everybody, let's shut down. And then that whole cycle goes over and over again. Boy, now I think it's probably not related, but then some freaking CDC was, they released some stuff regarding, not to scare y'all or anything, but just in case, maybe y'all want to check our guidelines in case you turn into a zombie or something, or if there's a zombie outbreak. Not like that's gonna happen though, but hey, just gonna put that out there just in case something happens. What? You know something that we don't? Let me find out. I mean, personally, I know what to do. I stay ready. All these years of Resident Evil, best believe I'm ready. All these other zombie survival games, freaking, what was the other one? What's the really simulator one? State of Decay. Whew, I'm ready. I'm shooting somebody that don't even look right. Hey, you gotta have that mindset. You gotta have that mindset in that world. I'm just saying. I understand where Negan's coming from. He maybe went too far, but not too far off the the realisticness of it, I guess. I don't know. either way, outside of that, um, pretty interesting week for game news, that's for sure. Boy, oh boy, we got some stuff to get into, and just get all up in it. You know what I mean? Just get all up in it. I'm just saying. So without further ado, let's stop the dilly-dallying and get right into it. Before I get my notes and my camera wants to be a bitch and keep falling. Stay your ass on the damn. There you go. Hey, you just gotta pull a little. Just gotta pull a little sternness in that voice. That camera, he sure perked up. Okay. Let me get my code. All right. Pokemon Direct. Gotta have 'em all. Pokemon. I think that was the remix or something. The hip hop remix. I forgot what it was. Gotta have 'em all. I gotta do it. Gotta have 'em all. Pokemon. Oh, that was good. I like that. So Pokemon Direct happened last Friday. So hey, the rumors were true. Just a quick rundown. Pokemon, in terms of the remakes of Pearl and Diamond, those are at least the rumors. Like I want to say a couple months before this event. And what do you know? They ended up becoming true. So, in the announcement, we got Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Sound like an anime JoJo's attack. I gotta do it. This is an opportunity. It's right there. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Oh, that's great. One more time. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Oh, it's like if you had that, if somebody was coming at you with them attacks, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take that hit. I want to know what it feels like. I want to feel that pain a little bit, though. I'm just curious. Stupid. Yeah, so Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. We got some footage. They showed a pretty extensive trailer. And what do you know? Pokemon fans, what they wanted, they got, but nope. There's always a caveat. They're not pleased. They're never pleased. So there's been a lot of, I guess, controversy. I mean, I don't even feel right saying that, because it's like beggars can't be choosers, man, at some point. But I understand roughly where you're coming from. But so pretty much in terms of the artistic direction, I guess I assume people were expecting it to somewhat be closely related to the recent release, Pokemon Sword and Shield, which pretty much kind of had, I guess, pretty much what your envisionment of the next Pokemon would be in terms of like a next-gen Pokemon, but was not the case. Basically, the Pokemon character and artistic style seems to be more chibi-like. Well, basically, if you put the old classic GBA games and modernized it whilst maintaining that chibi-esque style, that's pretty much Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Personally, I'm like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, if that core gameplay is still there, I think it's good. But you know them Pokemon fans, they're like, oh, I've had enough. This is they're my age. They're like 30, 30ish. I've had enough. This is oh my god. Then people getting crazy with the memes as well. Pretty much, I guess the general meme template is if you have a standard character. Like, of course, I noticed one on Twitter the other day where, Kiryu from Yakuza, his standard model, but then they they were comparing it to Pokemon. So Pokemon Diamond is, standard Kiryu, but then Pokemon Brilliant Diamond is basically it was a character where it's basically a chibi Kiryu. So it's like, oh, well, I guess Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond is just chibi version stuff. So I'm curious either way. I think it's I think for the development team, they probably don't want to keep having to, how do I describe it? Like, make the exact same thing every single year, every 2 years, whatever. I think this kind of helps them, freshen things up on their end, as well as, possibly make things more interesting on our end whenever we actually play it and maybe see some benefits of having this style over something else. Who knows? But yeah, we'll see. Because, I mean, as much as vocal as Pokemon fans are, I think these games still sell like crazy, which I think technically Sword and Shield is one of the weaker ones. I'm not even sure what's considered the weakest Pokemon game. I thought it was Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but I think even that, well, in regards to sales, I think it still did pretty damn good either way. So I don't know. Take that for what you will. But hey, you got your Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. You got your Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and your Pokemon Shining Pearl. So shut up. Shut up.
I said shut up.
All right, I'm acting a fool. So there, you got that. Then Game Freak was like, hold up, wait a minute. To offset that disappointment, what we do have is another trailer for you, where they basically showed Pokemon, was it Arceus? Arceus? Pokemon Arceus. Where it's basically an open world Pokemon, at least what the trailers are insinuating. I think that's semi-confirmed, but basically it seems to be a prequel Pokemon game, if that makes sense. That seems to be the precursor to potentially even like the first gen Pokemon. It kind of somewhat insinuates as well, where the people's clothing is very like feudal period so I don't know, but dudes wearing freaking scarves and shit, and they got the shoes on. But then you see the Pokemons like in the forest, they just minding their business. They don't even care what's going on. And then the girl just throwing a Pokemon at the dude. And he's like, hey man, I'm trying to eat these blades of grass. What you doing, man? So I think the realness is what's going to happen in this game, is that they're really going to expose how horrible humans are to Pokemon, and Pokemon were actually innocent animals all along. Just a hunch, but but yeah, Pokemon Arceus. So supposedly the Pokemon we've all been wanting, a free open world Pokemon. We'll see how that is. It's coming in 2022 or 2023. I don't even think they nailed down a release date yet. Yeah, they didn't give us any release date, so I'm guessing probably 2023. This is looking real ambitious. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm sorry, that got a little grovelly. Pokemon Legends Arceus. There you go. So hey, you got that. I guess there's a little bit more details. Meiji era Sinnoh. So I think I forgot what gen that is. I think it's definitely after Sapphire. I don't think it's Sun and Moon. I think it's Sword and Shield, maybe. I forgot. Let me do a quick search. Sinnoh region. Oh, that is Diamond and Pearl. Okay. I guess that kind of would somewhat make sense. So, okay. So based on a Sinnoh region. So I guess it would be good to play the remakes. I personally have never played the original, so this I think would be a great jumping in point for me. But at least some confirmed details. There was the Sinnoh era, Meiji era Sinnoh, which I guess that begs another question in terms of the, I guess, Pokemon continuity. I'm still a little uncertain of how that works, if there is actually a continued continuity across the generations, which it feels like that it's kind of, I guess, loosely based. I don't even know. But either way, you got that open world turn-based combat. So I guess obviously relative to the previous semi-current Pokemon games developed by Game Freak. Next evolution and new approach for the Pokemon series, aiming to break new ground. No multiplayer, early 2022. Okay, so we got somewhat of a loose release date. Yeah, so this is supposedly going to be the Pokemon we've been wanting for the longest, but we'll see. We'll be the judge of that. Okay, Nintendo, Game Freak. We'll be the judge of that. He's coming back. I don't want him to come back though. I don't want him to come back, but he's coming back. Well, there you go. Boy. Speaking of Nintendo news, we got, let's sip my water for this because it's about to get real hot. Also, your daily reminder, weekly reminder, to stay hydrated. Get them electrolytes. I mean, to think electrolytes in some waters. Just stay hydrated. Get your H2O in. Okay. Moving on. Well, Nintendo Direct, Pyra, I totally butchered that. Pyra and Mythra. They had the Nintendo Direct today. The Lord and Savior, Masahiro Sakurai, went over the characters' move sets and abilities and stuff like that. So just give you a brief rundown of it. So basically, in terms of the Direct, pretty much they showed off like it seems like the biggest strength / component of this character's their ability to swap between each other. So Pyra is more heavier, harder hitting, at least how Sakurai was describing it, that she can like KO people, or she's better to use when people are near death. So you have that, and then Mythra is kind of the other side of it, where she's good for accumulating a lot of damage to characters. So you basically want to use them in unison, and I guess, a big component of that is being able to switch between both of them, at the right times to fully utilize the capabilities of the character, and for lack of a better word, pwn the opposition, So from what they show, their attacks also differ pretty significantly between their stances, or their characters. So like Pyra doing a 4B is totally different from Mythra doing a 4B. So you have things like that, of course. And then their ultimates are different too. Slightly different. Well, no, I actually can't say that. They're drastically different. One is more single character focused, it felt like, and then the other was more like crowd control-y, if you will, where it's kind of targeted towards targeting multiple characters at once, compared to her other one, which is more single character based. So like, at least thinking ahead now, you probably would use Pyra's ultimate, in 1v1s over Mythra's, but obviously a lot of other factors and variables come into place in that regard. So you got those, you know what I'm saying? You got those. Character switch, I got those. And I guess weirdly enough, if you're just really basic in terms of Smash, obviously he did say you could technically just play either or, like just straight up and not switch, but it's like that's the strength of this character, that you can switch between them. So why would you do that? Another cool aspect is I think kind of similar to the Pokemon trainer. You can start off, you can switch, you can select which character you start off as. So if you want to start off with Mythra instead of Pyra, you can just switch the settings at the menu before starting the game. Before you do that, which I thought was pretty cool. Nice little touch. Which also makes a lot of sense too. So, outside of that, he touched on, the relation to the Xenoblade Chronicles games, which I have never played, have no reference of, but I think he did a good job of explaining it, as well as not trying to spoil it, since he knows like a lot of people will probably hop on as Xenoblade after, this character is released, which is also another aspect too. She apparently dropped today as well. I've yet to check her out. I'll probably check her out at some point before next episode, give you some impressions from a noob. But that's pretty much the gist of her. I mean, it's funny, Sakurai dropping the slide jokes. I swore he like dropped a perverted one or something like that, where he said, what did he say? He said something about like, he said, I have a character for each of the Smash characters we have in the game, or something like that. And what did he say? He said, I like Pyra, Mythra. Oh, you mean fighting? Oh, you mean for fighting? I was like, what? Wait, what? What? Sakurai? Lord Sakurai, no. This isn't the Sakurai I'm familiar with. I don't. It sounds like that other Sakurai account where, just funny. So there's basically freaking Twitter people that have no shame, where they basically they'll make another Twitter account, and then they'll make it be as identical as possible to the real Twitter account, but like there's like one, like instead of a O, it's actually a zero, but it's hard to really, pick up on that, and dumb shit like that. So basically, there's this whole alternate Sakurai account, whereas basically Sakurai, but it's like it's all like highly suggestive, mostly sexual, like like Mario got his ass up and then Peach is licking it, her face is in Mario's ass and shit like that. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right, Sakurai. It's like, okay, so you aren't honing your own main, okay, all right, you ain't honing your main, okay, all right. Let me you Sakurai. So you aren't horny on main, are you? Okay. You just say that specifically in a convenience store. Ladies and gentlemen, Lord Sakurai is not horny on main. Thank you so much. I don't like it, but I do kind of like it at the same time. So yeah, Sakurai's hinted pervertedness aside, it was pretty good direct. They also towards the end, they did show the stage for Pyra / Mythra, where it's like, I guess this one character that you ride in the game, but in this one, he's his own stage, and I guess he has some tendencies to be volatile in terms of like, if you're fighting on the edge, I guess he can randomly move his head, and that in turn will shorten the space to kind of recover or get back on stage. So you gotta watch out. And then probably always the most depressing part of the directs, where they release all the Mii costumes slated with the character, which I think has generally been the cadence for all new characters coming out. But they crushed some more dreams today. We got, what do we get? We got Monster Hunter, along with the what do you call the damn cats? I should know this. I want to say Neon, but that's not it. The Palico. Got the Palico outfit, where you can deck yourself in a Palico outfit, or be Rathalos Monster Hunter, but only the sword though. No great sword, nothing like that. No, can't give you that much power. So pretty much, as long as the theory I think still remains, because pretty much the somewhat solidified fact for the most part is that if a character is a Mii costume, he's more than likely not ever going to be a Mii fighter or a real fighter in Smash. So, along with the Grave, with Geno, and now Monster Hunter, hey, it hurts. I mean, I would have liked it. I would have preferred other characters, but at least the possibility now is like, pretty much ruled out. So, who else did they include? Let me see the Smash Mii costume. Smash Mii costume. Let's see. Oh yeah, Ghosts and Goblins. The Arthur Mii fighter costume. Was that it? Yeah, I guess it was just a lot of Capcom love. Okay. So yeah, it was mainly Monster Hunter, and then one King Arthur costume from Ghosts and Goblins. So, well, I mean, on the good side, we don't have a Dante me costume fighter, so I mean, so there's a chance. We also have 2 fighters left, so it's getting close, man. It's getting close. It's getting close. It's getting so close. I don't know. I think they're gonna do a new season though. I think we're gonna get another season after this. You can't control the fervor that is Smash. It's hard to deny. You can't escape it. You can't escape it. There's no escape. There's no escape. You know, you just can't. You can't. So I'm guessing probably the next announcement will probably be at E3 or well, what used to be E3, maybe Summer Games Fest or Nintendo's own Direct. I'm guessing we'll probably hear of the next character. Yeah. So fingers crossed. Dante, can't wait for you to join the crew, man. This party gets I couldn't even say it. This party's getting crazy. One more time for the self-esteem. This party's getting crazy. Okay, there you go. All right. Next topic. Staying in line with Switch news. You guys remember that the Switch Pro? Well, have no fear. Switch Pro will likely be here in, however many months from now. So, the rumor that keeps on rumoring that the Switch Pro got some really solidified traction this week, according to Bloomberg. Let's quote it. Nintendo Co. plans to unveil a model of its Switch gaming console equipped with a bigger Samsung OLED display this year, hoping the larger touchscreen can prop up demand in time for the holidays. People familiar with the plan said Samsung Display Company will start mass production of 7-inch 720p resolution OLED panels as early as June, with an initial monthly target of just under 1 million units, said the people, who asked not to be identified discussing internal matters. The displays are slated for shipment to assemblers around July, the people said. Representatives for Nintendo and Samsung Display declined to comment. Nintendo decided to go with rigid OLED panels for the new model, the people said, a cheaper but less flexible alternative to the type commonly used for high-end smartphones. The latest model will also come with 4K ultra-high definition graphics when paired with TVs, they said. That could intensify a long-standing complaint of developers who have struggled with the difference in resolution between handheld and TV modes and now face a bigger gap between the two. So. It's starting to become a reality, man. What we thought may have been a lost cause has not been lost. The Switch Pro shall rise again. We will have our comeuppance, damn it. So I know earlier, I think we had some rumors like towards the end of the year, the end of the last year. And I think Nintendo said we have no plans to announce a Switch anytime soon or something like that. So, the marketing talk. This obviously, still doesn't nullify that this is pretty much almost solidified at this point. And it makes a lot of sense from like a development standpoint as well, you know, because there was another rumor way back, where Nintendo was telling a lot of the developers for the that are developing games for the Switch to get it ready for 4K resolution as well. So it's all but solidified at this point. It's like at this point we're just waiting. Like, Nintendo, are you gonna say it yet? And then if last summer is any comparison from a new console standpoint with the Series X and the PS5, we know that both of those consoles started the development in June as well. So, you know, with that time frame, it probably makes sense that we're probably going to see this for sure, like around the holiday season. You know, Switch Pro with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, it's a done deal. Put a fork in it. Just put a fork in it right now. And then on top of that, it improving all your existing games as well. You know, like better performance as well as a 4K resolution. That's probably what I'm more curious about, how they're going to get that to work. Because I feel like you probably need a bit more juice for that. But who knows? Maybe we'll get a new Switch along with a more powerful dock that will, you know, pump more of that juice out. Pump that juice out. Where you get more of the oomph, if you will. You know, pump into your TV, so you get all that 4K buttery goodness. You can see Mario's mustache in full HD 4K definition. You know, I want to see them bristles. You know, I want to see Mario's bristles so bad you don't know. I want to see them bristles flutter in the wind. Damn it! All right, don't judge me. Don't judge me just because I want to see a man's mustache bristles flutter in the wind. Don't you dare judge me. Oh, either way, it is good to get some confirmation at least. I think if all this kind of lines up, we could possibly get an announcement like around the summer as well. What we get, like a new Smash character, confirmation of the Switch Pro. Shoot, hey, I'm in. Take my money now, Nintendo. Whatever you want. I'll be your slut if I have to. I'll be your slut if I have to, Nintendo. I'll do anything, Nintendo. Yeah. So things are looking up for Nintendo. Now they're not looking, because I mean, especially when you compare the games to like the current gen consoles, obviously it's no contest. But now, at least they're kind of trying to bridge that gap where, you know, it seems Nintendo's always behind when it comes from a technical standpoint in terms, you know, graphical horsepower, capability, what have you. But it's good to see Nintendo actually, you know, taking this step, you know, to try to beef up their technology and try to, you know, even though they aren't directly competing, but this technically in turn kind of would make them more competitive with other consoles as well, even though they are for the most part winning, I think, still technically. But I mean, the Switch has been out the longest out of obviously the new consoles too, so take it, you know, grains of salt and all that, you know. But hey, proud of you, Nintendo. I'm proud of you. Just want you to know that. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna hold these tears. These tears are trying to come out, but I said no. They're not coming out. What else? There was something else that came to mind with the Switch Pro now that we have more solidification. But I can't remember it. Something about something. I keep thinking. I'm just constantly thinking about Mario's mustache bristles. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm just thinking, man, I can't wait to see it in full definition. Yeah, all in all, it's good to get some confirmation. I know that OLED about to be ridiculous. If you ain't mess with OLED, boy, I'm just saying, get prepared for a world of hurt. So I guess it's funny. The Switch is kind of being what the Vita aspired to be to an extent. OLED display. Obviously without the docked feature, but hey, the Vita walked so the Switch could run like Sprint, actually. Yeah. So hey, good to know. Good to know. I doubt they'll alienate the existing Switch users. I think this is definitely just going to be a similar to Xbox One X and PS4 Pro, just a beefed up Switch that still technically will be within the same family. I mean, we may possibly get some exclusive games, but it seemed like that never really turned out well. I think if anything, it's just going to be like PS4, where it's just like, just the games are just going to run like atrocious if you don't know any better. I mean, if you know any better, but if you Switch is your only reference per se, I don't think you'll really notice. But hey, all in all, smart move. Also, I remembered, if this is not called the Nintendo Super Switch, I'm coming in Nintendo and I'm about to just yell in their mouth. That is horrible. Now the context of the world today, that's pretty horrible. Okay, maybe not that extreme. I'm a scream respectfully in front of Nintendo's headquarters while socially distanced, but still voice my opinion strongly and displeasurement of Nintendo's decision not to call this the Nintendo Super Switch. So hey, what were they going? This is not a threat, Nintendo. I'm just saying, if you don't name it the Nintendo Super Switch, maybe not me, but you might run into some issues. Might run into some problems that maybe you don't want, but I mean, as long as you name it what it should be rightfully named, won't be no blood loss, no knuckles damaged. If you catch my drift. I don't know why I twitched like that coincidentally while I was saying that, but okay. I've said my piece. Keeping in line with console developments news. PS5. Finally, we have gotten some confirmation that we are getting SSD storage. SSD storage. So for those that don't know, the PS5 at least shipped. It has an internal NVMe drive, I believe, that's proprietary. You can't remove it or swap it out or replace it. It's like basically inside the system. So hopefully, if that thing dies, that PS5 is dead pretty much, or you have to for sure send it for repair. But on the good side, The thank good praise the engineers for the that made the PS5, but on the bottom of the PS5 there is actually an expansion slot for an additional NVMe drive that you can pop in there. But currently it's disabled, and even if you try to like put one in there, you know, like you know what, let me just put this in there, get this out the way, and then when the update comes I'm good to go. Nope. Basically you literally can't even play with that installed. The PS5 will tell you to remove it, and you know it won't do anything until you remove it and you know turn it back on. So pretty much we've been hurting out here with storage. 600 gigabytes is not a lot to work with, especially considering like what most of the PS5 games currently are at least like 50 gigabytes minimum. You know, with some exceptions here and there, but I mean, let's see, like Call of Duty, Cold War, Black Ops Cold War is like damn near 90 to 100. What Spider-Man I think is like 90 gigs. Freaking what was Mortal Kombat, the PS5 version of Mortal Kombat is like 80 to 90 gigs. So I mean that's like barely 5 to 6 games depending on, you know, updates and you know storage and you know all that. So it's not a good look for Sony. And then on top of that, we still months after it dropped, we still have the issue that you know, adjacent to what Microsoft can do, still can't store PS5 games, the cold storage on your hard drive, your external hard drive that's like a standard hard drive that's a 3.0 drive with you know however many gigabytes, terabytes in there, but you can't even do that where you can, you know, temporarily store the games on the external hard drive as temporary storage or cold storage. That's the official term more or less, but as cold storage, so like when you don't plan on playing it for a long time, put it in your external drive, and then when you're like, oh man, I'm ready to get into some of this Demon Souls again, I think that's like 50 gigs, you know, simply copy it back to the internal drive and play it, since that's the requirement for the PS5 games, that they have to be on the internal drive or the external drive when the supports drops. So all I'm saying is that as each month comes and new PS5 games comes out, you know, people gonna be hurting more and more, especially with 600 gigabytes, which in retrospect, because technically it's 1 terabyte, but a lot of that is being eaten up by the OS and stuff like that. It ain't a good look. It's not a good look at all. Especially, it's one thing if they had at least had the cold storage option to kind of supplement or offset that a bit, but we don't even have that. So basically you're forced to delete a game, or pretty much delete it and then re-download it if you want to play it again. So, and you know, for people that have data caps, that's going to be problematic, real problematic. So hopefully, and this didn't even come from PlayStation. This was from a news outlet that confirmed this. I believe, I forgot the outlet. Bloomberg confirmed this as well, that we'll be getting internal storage upgrades. So and then on top of that, like for people, you know, catching these drives on sale on Amazon and stuff, where technically the requirements are a PCIe Gen 4 NVMe drive, which that's just starting to come on the market since last year. But, you know, we still don't know which one of those are compatible, which are confirmed to be compatible. So, you know, you have potentially people buying these in advance in preparation, anticipation when we do get support. but then potentially the ones that people may have gotten won't work for whatever weird reason, even though the basic guidelines are just that it has to be, I think, a certain speed and PCIe Gen 4. So yeah, all bad. And then on top of that, they said I guess coincidentally, they're going to adjust the cooling as well, where potentially if you have a get an NVMe drive and hypothetically this updates out, you install it, then technically because the NVMe drive produces more heat for whatever reason, that the PS5, I guess in theory at least, will potentially be louder because of that. And I guess maybe that's why they were holding off on, this support of that. But we'll see. Hopefully they figure it out, that they're the software team, engineering team, what have you, gives us both by summer, or ideally, but I don't know. On PlayStation, they probably at least give you the NVMe upgrade, even though I don't think it directly pertains to them or benefits them. I guess it'll only just benefit their partners, unless they, like, coincidentally at the same time drop a exclusive PS5 NVMe drive that force you to buy, like, a couple months, and then after that, then you're like, oh man, oh well, yeah, oh well, now we got cold storage support now, so yeah, that NVMe thing, you super expensive NVMe drive you bought, you don't really need it anymore now that we got cold storage. So sorry about that, my bad. Bye. So either way, at least it's good to have some semi confirmation, even though it's not from Sony, that expansion storage is on the way, because boy, kind of need it, especially not giving us any other options but to delete. Okay, Sony. Yeah, so there you have it. Moving on, next topic of discussion. Let me just keep it at. Okay. That one game, Elden Ring, I'm just thinking of the uneducated, out of the loop dad again. Hey, son, you playing that Ring of Elden? Hey, so you playing that Ring of Elden?
No, Dad. I'm playing.
Hey, you oh man, what's it called, that ringing, the Ringing Elden? Oh my! And you playing? They know what they know what it actually is called, but they just giving their son a hard time. Oh, I hate it so much, but I kind of want to be that dad. I really do. Oh my god! Hey, hey son, you playing that You playing that Demon Ring? Oh man.
No, Dad. Oh my God. You don't even. Oh my God.
Oh my god! playing that Blood Ring? Or you playing? That is taking me out, man. Oh man. That's funny. That's funny. I have to aspire to be that dad one day. Oh my god. Hey, hey son, you playing that secure Elden? Playing that Sekiro Elden Ring? You playing that Sekiro Ring Elden?
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm sorry. That just just the thought of that is just like fucking making me lose it right now. Oh man. Yeah, so Elden Ring got leaked. I guess there was some trailer that was floating around, I guess within Bandai Namco. Let me Yeah, so specifically on Twitter. Damn, it is still up on Twitter. That's surprising. Yeah, so yeah, it's it's the it's the bootleg version. I swore I saw like some dude running across the screen when I was looking at it, but I mean, you get a decent look at at least what they are going towards for sure. Um, you got horseback riding is showing on here. Oh, this is just a clip. Yeah, they just showing clips. Did they take this? Wow. It's still up. It's crazy. Somebody upscaled the like horrible booty trailer to 720p and it still looks horrible. But I mean, clearly this wasn't meant to be seen yet. So yeah, it has the confidential watermarking like literally all over the damn trailer. It definitely looks very Dark Souls-y for sure. I ain't trying to get a copyright, but I'm gonna keep it. Oh boy, yeah. They got the. I mean, it ain't a Demon Souls game, Dragon Soulsborne game without dragons. Yeah, you could definitely see a lot of the tendencies. The engine looks very, very similar to Dark Souls. Yeah. And that's it. Really wasn't a lot, but, I think a lot of us that are like salivating at the mouth for like some Elden Ring news are like, oh my God. But it's okay. I mean, we don't really have a good sense, but I mean, it is nothing new I saw or nothing drastically different than the typical, Soulsborne formula, it feels like. But I mean, hey, it is the Elden Ring. So it's at a point where I was just like, I'm a literally trust from software by, just playing it and seeing for myself. But yeah. So hey. I feel bad for Bandai Namco and From Software because it's like clearly they didn't want this out and somebody managed to do so and without out of their control or somebody within the team didn't. I guess there's rumors that this trailer was possibly going to drop during the like rumored Xbox event this March, or at least it's rumored to be happening this March. But at least from what Aaron Greenberg from Xbox said, like just to set expectations, this is not happening. In terms of some of the rumors and stuff, I guess. So I don't know. So, well, hey. I mean, it's Elden Ring still. I don't think this takes away from it, but hey, people want something enough. Boy, they gonna try to leak it. That's for sure. My goodness. Well, hey, and to keep the depression train keep that depression train going. Choo, choo. Guilty Gear Strive, you know that game like everybody's really excited about because it's about to be like one of the first games that's gonna have really good superb online netcode. Well, take a seat because you probably actually you want to take a seat for a good while because you're gonna have to wait until June 11th to actually play it now. Because of the feedback, and I guess we'll read the Guilty Gear's Arc System Works tweet verbatim. I think gotta get my dear customers. We have made the tough decision to move the release date of Guilty Gear Strive, previously planned for April 9th, 2021, to June 11th, 2021. Since we have received valuable feedback after the recent open beta test, we would like to make the most of this opportunity to provide the best game possible. We need extra time to polish some aspects of the game, such as the online lobbies and the server's stability. We believe it best to use the extra time to improve the game's quality and provide a better experience to all our players. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Guilty Gear Strive development team. So at least, I mean, regardless, I mean, delays always kind of suck, especially for games you're anticipated for. But at the same time, totally understand it. With people needing to tweak some stuff, at least since like from the consensus I gathered from like, seeing some YouTube videos of like, top people playing Guilty Gear and stuff like that. It seems like the consensus that like the lobby is atrocious. Everybody hates the lobby. I mean, for me personally, I guess at least only playing maybe like 4 or 5 hours ish, at least with the beta. It was fine. Maybe not the best, but like I didn't have a huge gripe with it. But I understand some of the issues people have, like in terms of like making rooms, matching directly with people, and things like that. So it looks like they're gonna revamp the lobbies, the online lobbies. So that's cool. So hopefully I think that's the really only big gripe I've seen people have with the game is that like the online's really good, but the online lobbies are horrible. So, I mean, shoot, if they fix this might be like next best thing since sliced bread, So here's hoping that everything turns out. But man, June 11th, man, that's that's like a day after the PS5 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade comes out. So I love you, Guilty Gear, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait. I have to wait after this Final Fantasy VII. So either way, hey, they made the decision to do what they needed to do. Totally understandable. I mean, it's a good thing they did the beta and, this didn't come out on release, even though they probably could have patched it down the line or something like that. But better for them to do it now and, start off running with a really good game. So I'm for it. Take your time, Pastor. Take your time. Moving on. Man, today is a great day. I'm gonna just say that right now. Because one of the best games ever to have graced our eyes, our temples, our brains, whatever. No More Heroes. has been announced to get a physical release for Nintendo Switch. I repeat, physical release for Nintendo Switch. If you haven't known by now, I am a big proponent for physical. I still think physical still has a place. Personally, I like to see my collection. I like to have a tangible representation of a game I purchase for the most part. I've been kind of being a bit more lenient for like multiplayer games or games I plan to play a lot often, like fighting games and shooters, multiplayer games, stuff like that. I generally go digital for those, but for single player games, pretty much always physical. So yeah, hey, again, shouts out to limited run games. There's a lot of them too. Limited run games, there's limited reserve games, I believe, and let's take this opportunity, because I don't do it enough, to shout out these great people in terms of preservation. There we go. Preserving games and history and greatness. So there's super rare games, strictly limited games, special reserve games, signature edition games. I think they're based in the UK, but I think they ship to US. And then of course limited run games. So praise y'all, because y'all doing God's work, preserving these games that we want to preserve. Man, what was it, like a couple weeks ago? What was the game? Scott Pilgrim got a limited release, because we know what happened before from a licensing standpoint, and it's just, stuff like that, which is just irritating in of itself. But just knowing that you at least know you'll always be able to play the game regardless of licensings and rights and stuff like that. That's personally why I'm a big proponent. But again, we got a brief tease yesterday from Limited Run where it's like, yeah, what did he say? Who's damn it. Let me pull it up. He was being very coy, very sly. But I already knew. Right when he said it, I already knew. Yeah, he said, which game character is not an athlete but always scores? Guess we'll find out tomorrow. So instantly in my head, I was like, that's got to be Travis Touchdown. His name says it all. He scores. He may not score women, but he scores kills because he's the number one ranked assassin. So, you got that. And then I think later in the day, he tweeted, like, oh man, I'm a huge fan of Suda51's collection. I was like, he might as well just wink in the damn camera. And then the next day today, we finally got that announcement. No More Heroes 1 and 2 physical release. So, hey, just a PSA. Open pre-orders start tomorrow. I think open pre-order, it means that like there's like I think it's generally like a 2-week window that you can pre-order, and I don't think they technically will sell out, because there's some limited runs that like you have to pre-order it or they will sell out. But for this one, I think it's open where it's like they kind of get a tally of who wants it, and then they lock in everybody who does want it, and then they ship the just that specified amount to those people. So I believe that's how it is now, but at least for some games, it depends. Some games it is, some games it isn't. But I guess that's a whole logistics thing on their end. But hey, they give you that quality. I'm telling you what, they this some premium ass collector's editions, physical editions. You could tell it's like some love for these games in terms of, each one they release. Let's look at the, let's gush a little bit with the collector's edition of No More Heroes, being a fan of myself. What you get in this? You get of course the lovely box and the fantastic artwork. And I forgot to mention, in terms of the artwork, it blends like flawlessly with the second game as well. So like if you displaying it on your shelf, it will show the artwork of both combining and look in unison. Which, hey, I mean, come on now, that's first. You get an art book, behind the scenes interview. You get a reversible poster. You get the original soundtrack, and my goodness, that soundtrack is legendary. I'm just saying. And you get a steel book. I mean, come on now. If I wanted to make a gripe, I am a sucker for some statues. I would fuck up a statue. Would fuck up a statue. Would fuck up a statue, but hey, I'll take a poster as well. I'm good on a poster for sure. And even the spines pair with the second game as well. So if you have them spined on your shelf or full frontal on your shelf, they both gonna look good. Yeah. So good. And then with the second one, pretty much the same deal. Interview, art book, reversible poster, and the original soundtrack. And I'm telling you, the soundtrack is crazy. It's crazy. So all I'm saying is I'm just a proponent for No More Heroes, the series. Especially, hey, No More Heroes 3 coming out later this year. Hey, if you are a fan of physical games, I highly recommend it. One of the best games Suda has made to date. I'd say I've dabbled in some of his back catalog in terms of Killer 7, which it's probably right. It's up there too. I forgot about Shadows of the Dam. That's really good. He has a very great library of games that I've yet to fully dive into. So, but hey, just a PSA. If you're a fan of No More Heroes / Suda51's work, I highly recommend it. Pre-orders tomorrow. Sorry. Okay. Hey, that made my day. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just trying to bring some awareness. Okay. For this great game. Because it's great. I mean, maybe you got to know, no, I mean, it's great. If you like anime, if you like, I say if you like anime, you like that kind of, in games in general, I mean, it's good. It's great. Okay, I'm sorry. I've gushed too much over this game, but just had to bring awareness because it's a beautiful thing. All right? Okay. Okay. All right. Moving on. So apparently, somebody probably on Reddit. No, I think somebody just made their own thing. So somebody basically made Rockstar look real dumb. That's let's just keep it 100 right now. But so apparently somebody made a post thread. I'm not even sure. I've never heard of this site, need.lv. I feel like that's like a programmer's forum or something like that. It feels like, because I've never heard of that site. I would assume it's like an enthusiast site or something like that for like programmers. maybe specifically in the gaming realm. But either way, so they made a post basically breaking down like how how I guess, I mean, it's really no way to sugarcoat it, but how idiotic the programming is for the game, as to why the game takes forever to load. So basically, analyzing some of the I guess intricacies of the programming code, they broke down pretty much why it's taking like literally takes forever to load a game. So I'm gonna try to touch on some of these aspects. Because yeah, P2P network architecture. Uh, yeah, because that's probably one big factor. Because I would assume, because P2P is generally not the best for most games. Maybe you can get away with it in some games. I would assume, but I mean, I think in general it's very archaic. I know dedicated servers are always the best, but you have to pay for those, and obviously most teams don't want to pay for them, or the upkeep and things like that. So of course that's probably why they avoid it, I would assume. But let's see. Yeah, highly accurate in measurements. Yeah, a lot of just very inefficient optimization. Uh, let's see. Profiling. I guess it can get real deep, but I thought there was something more or less basic to do. But either way, the general gist of it is that it's a lot of like presumably no vice programming being done in terms of in the code of the game that could be way more efficient, and in turn supposedly cut the loading times by 70%, which is that is a crazy amount, especially considering everything, the history from especially the 360, where you like, I guess this is, I guess, then to the Xbox One and PS4 and in PC, even of all things you expect to be better, but nope. So you get that. Yeah. So yeah, basically, yeah, just a lot of inefficiencies in terms of programming that could be cleaned up to actually make it load way faster. So hopefully Rockstar is aware of this and it's like, oh shit, we gotta fix this. So I think, and that I'm pretty sure that was the intention of making this whole post about it, is to bring awareness to it, because that's what he totally acknowledges in here. If this somehow reaches Rockstar, the problem shouldn't take more than a day for a single dev to solve. Please do something about it. You could either switch to a hash map for the deduplication, or completely skip it on startup as a faster fix. For the JSON parser, just swap out the library for a more performant one. I don't think there is any easier way out. Thank you, Heart. A lot of that's freaking, that went over my head too. So but yeah, I'm familiar with some I dabbled in programming in college, but nowhere near to the competency as these people. But it is very insightful to kind of get a at least brief understanding of what is causing this, and making it be slow as to what can be optimized and reinvented or improved overall. So hey, well, Rockstar, take the hint. Well, not really a hint, but it's direct reference, if anything. So he did have actually make it too long, didn't read. There's a single thread CPU bottleneck while starting up GTA Online, so that's one component. It turns out GTA struggles to parse out 10 megabyte JSON file. The JSON parser itself is poorly built, naive, and it's funny, he's riffing into it, but I mean, clearly it's it's understandable. After parsing, there's a slow item deduplication routine. So, and it's funny too. Like we always like just groan at like how horrible it takes to load GTA Online. But then it's like, none of us are programmers. So we're like, oh man, how can we make this more efficient? But it's like, well, there's people getting paid to do this. And at least in my head, I'm like, oh, it's a huge ass city, and it doesn't load. So I mean, I guess that's one part of it. But so I mean, and also I guess with that in mind, to kind of slightly maybe potentially play devil's advocate, there's a lot of variables. I would I can guarantee you that goes into game development that could come into factor that might be, maybe potentially could be maybe, I mean, maybe not to this extent while some of these poor programming, I guess codes have been implemented, but you know, if there's a thing about program, at least that I learned from a very basic level, is that if you try to adjust something, it's definitely gonna break something else. So, I mean, hopefully, if anything, it definitely gets their eyes on it. And man, I feel very sorry for the programmer who did this game, because Rockstar about to be like, John, can you please come to the office right now, immediately? Whatever you doing, immediately come here right now. Like, oh damn it. He saw the post and saw the news, like, oh, I'm fucked. He's probably a dude that he totally just straight up didn't say one truth in his resume at all. He's like, I programmed with Bill Gates the other day. We were about to actually go golfing, but I had to I had to make it to this interview. I hate it. I don't want that to be true. I really don't. But there's people out there that literally. I was sipping Mai Tais with Elon Musk, but he was like, you know what? I should get a job. So here I am. All right, let me stop. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't help it. Okay. Moving on. It's somewhat non-related news, but still pretty related. That movie SpaceJam. I think we technically got a trailer, a very brief trailer, but we got a lot of very weird, random trailers alongside some very unrelated backlash. As it's just, internet is gonna be internet. I swear to God. But at least the first part, just the thought on what I'm thinking right now, just killing me. But basically, in the SpaceJam, I believe Entertainment Weekly did a whole breakdown in terms of some like exclusive screenshots and stuff. But somehow, at least my understanding is that with SpaceJam 2, Electric Boogaloo, apparently this is going to introduce the Looney Tunes multiverse. That's also going to incorporate Warner Brothers, which has DC and a couple other, properties. So apparently it's going to feature Warner Brothers characters like Batman, Joker, King Kong. I think I heard Mad Max. Why? Are we really going to have a Batman v Superman v LeBron James or something? Oh my God. This does not make me want to watch the movie anymore. It really isn't. I I guess a little bit of background. I thoroughly enjoyed Space Jam growing up. I watched it a couple times. They had the placebo drink. Everybody was feeling real strong. Straight up placebo. Some good memories. The game, they had a game on the PlayStation. Either way, so I do enjoy Space Jam. I understand, hey, LeBron James is like, the next best Michael Jordan, more or less. Some people that's a huge room for debate. That's like fighting words if you say that to somebody, saying it to the wrong person. But either way, so they give us the general plot that's in of itself is a little weird, but basically Don Cheadle brings James and his son into the Warner 3000 Entertainment serververse in a plot to steal some of James' millions of social media followers. Oh my god, man, yeah, boy, this movie is gonna be, if there is like one movie that's gonna be like a huge ass culture shock, like in terms of like the current world and environment climate now compared to like what 96. I think 96, that was definitely Jordan's prime for sure, but 96 to now, man, I feel like a lot of us millennials and people around that era, boy, we just gonna feel real I guess depressed, really. Just, I don't think this is gonna live up to any anticipations and dreams. I guess technically this would be Space Jam to us, would be Space Jam 2 to people around our age at that time, technically. So, yeah, I guess just what's making it weird and muddy is why does Batman gotta be it? Why does King Kong have to be in Space Jam? Who did this? Stop? Just stop it. All right, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. It's relevant. It's relevant. It's gotta be done. It's got to. It really has. There's no choice. Warner Brother gave me no choice. I gotta do this every damn time. Every damn time.
I'm Michael Jordan.
That's too long. I don't like that one.
Stop it. Get some help.
Do I gotta loop it? I'm gonna loop it.
Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
Warner Brothers.
Stop it. Get some help.
Warner Brothers.
Stop it. Get some help.
Warner Brothers.
Stop it. Get some help. Stop.
Okay, so why do you need Max? Why do you need Mad Max in Space Jam 2? What? That's a whole. Why? He's in his own. He's in his own contained universe. That just annoys me to no end. Just on the pure like. It just feels so disingenuous that like some like money grubbing rich white dude at the top of the chain there is like, hey, you know what? Hey, we gonna make this real good. We gonna put let's put Batman in there. Let's just put Batman in there. You know what? Joker, put his ass in there too, boy. We gonna get all the freaking DC fans. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? Oh, we got that King Kong versus Godzilla movie in. Oh, put King Kong in there. Put King Kong in there. People trying to contest, sir. Do you think this is lit? I don't care. Put King Kong in the damn movie. Okay. Ugh. I hate it. I really do. This very much. And the freaking the clown Pennywise from It. The mask, the green face mask from The Mask. Who asked for these people? Oh my God. Uh, uh, yeah, I'm very concerned now. It's not looking good. I'm gonna watch it but now I'm gonna watch it for like the almost wrong reasons. At least it is on HBO Max, so I don't feel as bad. HBO Max, July 16th. Oh boy, that totally, just all this alone just totally deteriorated my anticipation for this movie. Any roaming like hope of nostalgia is gone now. Completely gone, completely dead. And sticking with like just depressing society related stuff. So in SpaceJam, I guess in some of the pictures they showed Lola Bunny, who, you know, in the first SpaceJam, she looked very, well, you know, I mean, hey, I'm gonna just say this: people gonna be horny. This is just a fact. This is a constant, if you will, if we're looking at it from a scientifical standpoint. But boy, just people getting exposed. People got exposed today because people had issue because Lola now in the current movie, she looks way more toned down because, you know, you was like, man, I'd fuck the shit out of Lola Bunny because that's a side of the internet that exists, I guess. So, you know, all you weird bestiality people, I guess. I just hate them. You just come to a realization like, why am I even talking about / covering this? Because it's just so dumb. But the magnitude of people collectively like displeased with the fact that she's not as sexual. A freaking bunny, a freaking characterized bunny is not, is just because she doesn't look sexy anymore. That like hurt my head to think about and like try to even consider. Whatever. I mean, sure. Yeah, so that's a whole nother thing. I feel sorry for like all the news people that have to cover this. Yeah, so on Twitter there's a collective backlash of people that were longing for Lola Bunny to actually be sexier than what she was today, but she's not, and people are very displeased with it, John. Man, they are horribly like just ridiculously horny. I don't get it myself, John, but my God, Jesus. I want to hit everybody. John, I want to hit everybody. I don't care. John. You know what? I think that's the, you got the point. You got the point. People, wow. I'm just saying, people just exposing, people just getting exposed. That's all I'm saying. This is a thing. This is a thing. This is a thing. And before you say it, Lady Dimitrescu, she's different. One, she's mostly a human, okay? At least it's not a damn bunny, a cartoonized bunny at that, okay? So, hey, we do have some standards around here, all right? We don't, you gotta at least be of mostly the human nature, at least what you initially look like. You know, hey, if you go to the wrong side of the internet, you might see some stuff you don't want to see. Just saying. So, yeah. Oh boy, yeah, this got really weird. On that note, oh boy, man, what has happened? What has happened? Well, I think that's a good good note to end on. So I guess we'll go into what I've been playing for this week. Yeah. So that good old Modern Warfare, man, I can't escape it. But the new season did drop this week. Season 6, or I forgot, they reset the season for Black Ops. So this is season 2, I think, or 1. Or is it technically? Let me look that up, because I'm actually confused. Black Ops new season. Season 2. Yeah, season 2. Okay. Because, man, it's so confusing. But either way, season 2. And because I'm not the biggest fan of Black Ops, I've just been playing Modern Warfare, and I've been still thoroughly enjoying my time with that game. I'm still grinding to get that delicious, nutritious, maybe not nutritious, I lied. What is that camo called? The blue and red camo. I forgot what it's fucking called, man. Totally forgot. But either way, that camo. And I'm working at it. I think I'm still working through the marksman rifles and then snipers and then the launchers, and that's it. I will have that camo that I'll probably never use, but maybe I'll use just to show that I did it, you know. So yeah, outside of that, I didn't mess with the new zombie mode. It sounded fun, but I never just got around to playing it, so I probably do plan to play it. It's a limited time event. I think it ends sometime next week, so I do plan to play that. I dabbled a little bit into Black Ops just out of curiosity, see if I would. I keep trying to play it every now and then to see if I actually start liking it, but it never happens. Where I want to play more than like 3 matches. That's generally the biggest indicator for me. If I want to play more than three matches in a row, that's generally the biggest indicator that I like it as a whole. I at least at the minimum get to the max level 55, I think. And then after that, I generally just fall off interest wise after, if I don't really like it. But so yeah, then also as I'm part of the Halo flight program, where basically you beta test the Halo upcoming Halo stuff and updates. At least for the, I think, update we talked about last episode, where there's 2 new maps from Halo 3, or I guess technically older maps, but I think they were exclusive to Halo Online, which was exclusive to, I think it never came out in the US officially or something like that, but either way, got to play with those 2 maps. They're actually pretty cool. I can definitely see myself playing them regularly, even though they're Halo 3, and I'm still the biggest fan of Halo 2 personally. With the Master Chief Collection, I at least try to get some Halo 2 games, and then I'll try to, balance it out by playing some Halo 3 or other games that way. I keep forgetting Reach is in it too, but I've not really got to play too much Reach actually in the Master Chief Collection, but played that. Yeah, those maps are pretty fun though. I will say they have they seem to be very well rounded, and overall pretty fun to play on. So definitely look forward to that in the upcoming update when it officially drops too. Then I started playing some Gears 5. Of course, it seemed like everything is just converging on this week, but Season 6, or they call it Operation 6, dropped this week as well. It includes General Coleman, Hoffman, that's his name, Hoffman, the old dude. I guess he got like a costume where I think he's younger. That's kind of cool. I think just one new map, which is kind of disappointing, at least initially. Maybe they might drop more, but I guess it was a map. It's the map Spire from, I think it only came on Gears 4. Maybe it was from the older maps. I don't remember. But then again, on top of that, I thought Spear was always a part of Gears 5, but I guess I think I'm just cross-referencing it to Gears 4. But either way, I mean, Gears is Gears, man. It's pretty good still. I just wish there was more new maps. That was probably my biggest gripe. I wish there was more new maps. It seems like they are doing good on the balancing front in terms of, like, I guess my gripe with Gears is making the shotgun more consistent, where it's not like that's like the fun and annoyance of Gears, where it's like, hey, I'm just gonna run up to this dude and shoot him blindly and hope he dies. Hopefully I get a triple, and that happens repeatedly. But you know what this operation did need that it doesn't have is the sawed-off shotgun. I'm gonna keep asking for it every time. Coalition, whoever listening to this, they probably not, but still, please, just for me, just bring me that sawed-off. I just need it so bad. Just give it to me. I want it. I want it so bad. Please. I miss the sawed-off so much. So that's pretty much the reason why I always occasionally go back to Gears 3 to just revisit those glory days of the sawed-off, just obliterating two people at once if you get it close enough. Oh, that's so good. Oh, so good. And other than that, that's pretty much what I've been playing. I have been contemplating, like with Resident Evil 8 coming out, I've been very much contemplating like potentially running through all the Resident Evils again, just for perspective, because I generally like to do it somewhat, you know, if I can. Like I think the last time I did it was like 2015, where I actually streamed all of them. I don't know about streaming them, but just from my personal fulfillment perspective, I think I may potentially do it. I may do that. I actually was trying to play the modded version of Resident Evil 1, you know, basically the director's cut, but without the horrible soundtrack. I guess online it's called the Ultimate Edition. So ideally, next episode, I may potentially have beaten that and a couple other Resident Evils. We'll see. We shall see. But I'm getting that bug. It's biting me. I want to get rid of it, but I kind of want it to stay there, though. We'll see. I may do it. So you'll find out probably next episode, but just a little touch on that. And of course, what I've been watching, and of course, freaking WandaVision, which is great. If you haven't heard yet, WandaVision is good. So, with this season, or I mean the last episode, it seemed to be like a bow tie, if you will, kind of basically unveiling how WandaVision came to be, basically, where how I guess spoilers for episode 8 if you haven't watched it. If you haven't watched it by now, I mean, what are you doing? It's one of the best shows on TV right now. I'm just saying. Okay. But in terms of WandaVision, yeah, it seems this episode explained pretty much majority of how she made the hex and everything, and how it all came to be. And like probably the biggest plot reveal we got was that Vision is actually was purely created from Wanda via her chaos magic, and not using the dead body, his existing dead body. So I didn't see that coming, actually. I wasn't expecting that. So I guess when she got mad and they showed that footage where at least insinuated that she took the body, or at least that's what I think Hayward his name is. He just a bitch anyway. I should call him that, but he basically instigated it, and you could tell he had some like intent there to try and get her to, I don't know, try to revive him some way or whatever, how he wanted it. But yeah, so they did that, and then we got that backstory, and then the witch Agatha Harkness, now she choking the kids. You're like, oh my god. So I don't know, it's not looking too good for the kids if we referencing like the comic book history and stuff. It ain't looking too bright. But outside of that, boy, that one of the best mid-credit scenes ever. So they basically figured out how to power up the Vision without the Infinity Stone, and they basically recreate him, and he's currently now the White Vision, which I, at least from what I researched, is a reference to the Avengers comics, where there was a White Vision where he's basically a soulless version of the Vision or something like that. So it seems very likely we're going to get like a fight between Vision, the two Visions, soul versus body, or soul versus, body versus soul. Yeah, so that'd be kind of interesting if that plays out. And yeah, this is the last episode tonight. Oh, I'm ready, but not ready at the same time. I'm gonna be depressed, probably crying. They gonna tug at the heartstrings. They gonna tug at them heartstrings like a violin, playing us like a damn fiddle. And I'm gonna be all the goo. I'm just gonna be goo in between the fingers. I ain't not even gonna hold you up. But I'm ready. I'm ready while not being ready, but ready. So yeah. It's gonna suck. I know it is. They're gonna do something horrible that I'm not gonna like, and it's gonna make me cry. But you know what? I'm at least man enough to admit that. We'll see. We shall see. Also, the new episode of Attack on Titan. So basically, spoilers again for Attack on Titan. It looks like there's some I guess affiliation or subgroup within what is it called? Paradisia? Where they basically let out Aaron, even though he was locked. They let him out because they believed in what Aaron was trying to do or his intention. But now there's suspicion that Aaron is with Zeke, with their own, I guess, intentions potentially. But we'll see how that plays out. And that's generally what the episode left on. To not give too much away, more or less, even though that was a pretty substantial part of the episode. But yeah, I don't know. After that strong ass start in the season, it's starting to like fall off a little bit. I have to admit, like, at least I don't feel as engaged. But I feel like there's gonna be there's some more payoff down the road. So I'm gonna still stick with it. And then, hey, I know a lot of people tuned out since then, but hey, I still have this weird, like, unrequited love for The Walking Dead. So the season premiered last Sunday as well. I watched it. It was okay. It was okay. It's just, I think it's just a ritual thing at this point. And also knowing that it's gonna end anyway, so it's like, well, I've watched it so far then, so I might as well keep watching it. So that's kind of where I'm at, where it's like I do kind of want to see where it ends now, especially like knowing the show is gonna end too. So that's given me a little further, I guess, encouragement / incentive to keep sticking with the show. So at least this season is gonna be pretty weird in terms of like the cadence. Like, I think we're going to get 6 episodes throughout up until I think April or something like that, and then they're going to take a break, which technically they normally do. They take a mid-season break, and then I think it's going to come back in October. Actually, I'm curious about that. Actually, that's my understanding, but I want to be sure. Cause I'm very curious. So okay, so season 10. So we are currently on season 10, and then of course the pandemic happened, and I guess that apparently threw a wrench in everything. And then yeah, there's episode 1, technically episode 17 of this season, which is the one I just watched last Sunday. And then yeah, so there's one coming out pretty much every week, and then the last episode is April 4th in 2021. So pretty much, and then I guess that technically ends the season. But and I think is the 11th season the last season? Oh, now I need to know. Oh, okay. So due to the COVID-19 pandemic, post-production on season finale cannot be completed by its planned April 12th, 2020 air date. Instead, would air on October 4th, 2020. Stated delay, post-production related to coordination, worldwide production, blah, blah, blah. Special effects. Shuttered their California production studio to combine those into the final episode package. Home Sweet Home, blah, blah, blah. So I think technically there's like filler episodes actually. Because I think there was just gonna be a season finale in October. But now I think with that time in between, they added filler episodes, I want to say. What's the last season though? Is it 11? Okay, so there is one more season, and that's going to be the last season. So Walking Dead season 11 will wrap up the series in epic style, as it's poised to consist of 24 episodes spread across 2 years. So the airing of the final season in 2021 and 2022. Okay. And they've started filming that already. So, okay. Okay. Well, to be honest, it's going to be a bit sad. Especially considering how they're going to end it. But we know that Negan and Carol are going to have, not Negan and Carol, oh boy, that would be weird. Carol and Daryl are going to have their spinoff. So, I mean, it's a dead giveaway. They're likely not dying. So, it does not seem too optimistic what's going to happen. But, I mean, I would assume they try to keep some characters alive for like integration with that spinoff to some extent or something like that. Who knows? Yeah, it's gonna be crazy because I think the comics officially ended a while ago too, but it's crazy. It was crazy. Either way, yeah. So the last episode, Home Sweet Home, it felt like you got a brief, what's her name? Maggie. She, sees Negan and she's, mad. He's still alive, whatever. He's not locked up. And then, literally the rest of the episode, they're just like, oh, we're just not going to touch that for this episode. That's it. And it just wasn't any like dialogue. I think Negan made one comment, but that was it. It's like, oh, all right. Then pretty much, I guess the last part of the episode, they introduced the Reapers, which is, oh, man. Oh, we got rid of the Whispers. Okay. Oh, well, we're the Reapers now. So, yeah, we're the new bad guys. Get ready. Oh, all right. So, I understand. It's only so much you can do with The Walking Dead at this point, I think. Because, yeah, it's starting to run thin in terms of, like, just the flexibility. And I think on top of, like, they've crossed a lot of what was already in the comics, I believe, too, for the most part. I know there's some stuff left out here and there. So, and then I forgot they're still toting their Fear the Walking Dead show. And I'm still kind of lukewarm on that. I've not even watched past the first season after, so I don't know. It's weird. I guess it's kind of like a, it's like a dog, it's like a dog that's like nearing its death. You don't want to take it down, but you want it to keep living as long as it can, until it's like, unpleasant or torture for them to keep living. If that makes sense, but I don't know. Either way, that is the status of The Walking Dead for anybody who's out of the loop that may be interested. Hey, how's The Walking Dead doing? Yeah, people who have left since what is what people left since I guess, well, I mean, since spoiler, what is his name? Damn it, what is his name? Oh, I forgot about him too. Glenn died. But then it's like, you kind of get a little teared up a little bit because you see little Glenn now. He's grown up now, being with Maggie. So now it's like a little Glenn revived. So then there was that awkward, like, moment where, Negan sees little Glenn, the son whose father he killed. Yeah, so overall, it was some interesting tidbits, but as a whole, it felt a little bit fillery. Could have been better in a lot of areas. They could have, I don't know, given us more of what we wanted. I mean, it was cool to see Maggie come back, but it's like, where you been, Maggie? It's like, oh, I've been filming this other show and it didn't work out, so hey, I'm here. I think she was planning to come back still. I want to say, I'm not sure, but yeah. Walking Dead as a whole, I'm a stick with the ship until it drowns. I've been here long enough. Hey, I want to see this ship sink after what, 13, 8, 9, 10 years Walking Dead. I'm gonna see it through. And that pretty much has been it for this week of Switch Your Sights. If you did like this podcast, feel free to like, rate, subscribe on your favorite podcasting platforms. What else? If you want to catch this recorded live on Twitch TV/aswitch, you can do so. At least lately, I've been trying to at least record after around 4 or 5-ish, but I think I'm gonna knock that up to like 7, 8-ish because that seems to be consistently the time I'm able to, with various just maintenance and tasks and errands I've been having to do before then. So try to go at that time. But if you can't catch that, you can also catch the archives of this podcast on youtube.com/aswitch as well. Yeah. Till next time, guys. You can also follow me on Twitter at aswitch, where I just tweet dumb stuff, mainly video game stuff. Oh my god, no more heroes. Oh my god, physical release. Oh my god. It's literally what I say. Each tweet is that. But yeah, guys, until next time, don't cough. Don't touch people that don't want to be touched. Get your game on. Oh yeah.
Nobody's safe.